Hey, subscribe! The Upsidedown Stories is a non-canon short series. Well, technically we have 2 stories to talk about, so it's technically 2 series. Well, I guess a sub-series. It is 1 series in general, but with 2 different stories. One of the stories takes place in Phoenix Drop High, and it's completely different from what we've seen before, and it's honestly amazing. The other story, I think, specifically takes place maybe around the end of Season 3 of My Street, and it's more in line with the original. What I mean by that is that the story basically feels like another episode of Season 3 of My Street, but we'll talk about that when we get there. The first story has around 3 episodes, while the second story only has 1, but only really needed 1, I guess, since everything got resolved in that episode and it didn't really matter. These stories are basically a one-shot, and obviously it wasn't really meant to last, but I honestly really liked it, and I would definitely want more of this. This could be a perfect way for Aphmau to come back and do roleplays again. I mean, it's kind of like what she's doing right now, sort of. For those of you that don't know, hey, my name's Akira, and I talk about things that interest me. And if you have any suggestions on what I should talk about next, then please tell me in the comments below. Your support really means a lot, and I'm always up for suggestions because they help me make more videos, so that's always nice. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's actually get into the video. The whole reason why this is even called Upside-Down Stories is because everything is flipped on its head, and these characters you once knew are basically the opposite. It's a very interesting idea. It's also very interesting to see that this story was uploaded in the middle of My Street Season 3. Aphmau must have really been grinding content because this was uploaded before and also during the climax of that season of My Street. But either way, watching this was a nice change of pace and I honestly very much enjoyed it. It starts off with our new main crew, Sasha, Jean, and Xenix. I know, right? Xenix of all characters. So they're all just casually talking and oh no, the bullies come. What happened to you? So Aphmau's crew, I guess you can call it a crew. Aphmau, Garth, and Lawrence are now declared the Shadow Knights. They're mean. They're mean people. I really like how barely in the first 2 minutes we establish everyone's character and it doesn't feel rushed or anything at all. It really does flow nicely. Jean is a good boy, Xenix is the cool best friend who is just fun to be around, and Sasha is the voice of reason and kind of almost like the caring older sister almost, or maybe she's just the girl of the group, I have no clue. So Aphmau has like wide shoulders or something because she keeps bumping into Jean and Jean is like, nah bro, you ain't shit. So Jean really wants the Shadow Knights to stop being so mean and says that they're lonely so they should hang out with him instead, and he asks them to go to the movies with him. Okay, honestly very surprised that Jean is willing to go this far.
She's their leader! There's no way you're gonna make her change!
We can, by using the power of friendship!
Oh. Yeah, he's gonna die. So to my surprise, Aphmau actually shows up to the movie and starts demanding food and drinks. Jean, don't let them do this to you! I get what he's trying to do, you know, trying to show kindness to someone who might really need it, but come on man, you realize what they're doing, right? They're using you. So yeah, no surprise, but things are going horrible because the Shadow Knights are causing a ruckus in the movie theater because they're mean, I guess. How dare they be super young and hip with the kids. So after taking them to a zombie movie and it not working out, we switch to them watching Finding Dory of all movies. And they actually really like it, surprisingly. I honestly always love that trope. It also shows that there is something more to them and possibly a reason why they are trying to act all cool and tough. And definitely the best part is when Aphmau kisses Jean on the cheek. I'm not kidding. Like, I was not expecting it at all, and I absolutely love the build up to that. Jean complaining about how Aph is just self-centered and a bully, and Aphmau just saying, bro, skill issue, you ain't trying hard enough, and then Jean asks, bro, how can I change your mind? And Aph just goes for it, it's amazing. The only complaint I really have is that Lawrence and Garth didn't really do anything this episode, and I mean, at least Sasha and Xenix got at least a part to play. You know, they had reason for being there, they showed why they're needed, but Garth and Lawrence weren't really needed. You can honestly take them out of this episode and changes absolutely nothing. But that could just be me nitpicking because not everything needs to have a reason. Maybe they'll come into play later. You know, maybe they'll have more stuff to do, who knows. There's honestly a ton of possibility for them, especially if it's like the original and both of them like Aphmau. You know, they're only pretending to be like super cool and like edgy because they want Aphmau to like them. So who knows? That's definitely an idea and it definitely could cause some drama if it is true. So who knows? But anyways, let's move on to episode 2. My favorite of the bunch actually. Before we continue, I need to give you all a secret mission. If you like the video and subscribe, then I will give you all a cookie. Don't you want one? I mean, I want one, so you probably want one too, right? Alright, back to the video. So we start off with our main crew once again in the cafeteria.
Then don't ask me for relationship advice. I'm just a man with a peanut butter sandwich. Nom 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 nom.
I love this bit. He's always talking about his PB&J and I absolutely love it. Oh god, that sounds horrible out of context. So this picks up the next day or so and Jean is all torn up about the whole kiss and...
How about we ask someone who's popular with the girls? Hey Zane!
Yes?
Oh my god. So, this was definitely not expected, but Heck yeah, I love this! It's very interesting to remember the fact that the voice actor for Zane also voices Dante, and when he's doing a hot Zane voice, you can almost hear them both. It's a weird blend between them, but I honestly love it. Not to mention he also still has that evil Zane laugh, and it's such a nice touch. Anyway, so Zane is hot, and he's pretty cool, so we ask him for advice. But Aphmau pops into existence, and Jean runs away. We then cut to... oh my god. Caitlin appears and she's a cat girl? And she said, Zane, what?
Hi, Zane-kun.
Caitlin-chan?
Then Nerd Aaron comes asking to be a part of the Shadow Knights and gets rejected. And then as he walks away, we see Travis and Dante who are high, I guess? What the heck is happening? I'm very confused, but I guess Aphmau wanted to show off the other characters and do a bit of world building, maybe? It's kind of weird how it just cuts to all these characters, but honestly it flows really nicely. I liked how we saw all the characters basically in the same scene and they all sort of interacted with each other in some way. But anyway, so Zane finishes his hot boy practice and he goes to work on his project thing with Kawaii-chan? Is that you? You look kind of cursed without your cat ears. So we do the project, fade to black, and then my favorite part happens. So, it's been established that Zane volunteers at the local puppy shelter hospital place, whatever it was, and Ivy just so happened to be there. She ended up losing one of her fur babies, and it was really traumatic and sad. So, Zane walks up to her and says that if she ever wanted to talk about anything, then he's here for her. He then gives her a plush and walks off, saying that if she ever, felt sad, she could just hug it. I honestly absolutely love this scene. It's short, but like, I just love it. I love what this could mean, especially. It's so weird to just have this scene almost just inserted in here because this whole episode wasn't really meant to be taken seriously. But then all of a sudden we just slow down and just have like this cute moment. This scene can honestly carry a whole episode and I so badly wanted to. I want to see this storyline now. I can already imagine it. Ivy seems like someone who is basically just like normal, and that's her whole character. And Zane being the most popular guy in school, this could have such a great romance with basically a nobody like Ivy falling in love with someone like Zane, the most popular guy in school. Like, imagine that. A nobody like Ivy having a relationship with someone like Zane who has it all. Oh, I love that stuff. I live for that. I love those type of shows where the protagonist is really nothing special, but that's what makes them special. They're not only relatable, but you can also write their character in so many ways. Not to mention the drama. Like, once again, a nobody like Ivy dating the most popular guy in school. That's that good shit. Honestly, though, I love this scene so much. It's short, but it really just makes me excited. It makes me excited if Aphmau ever picks us up, because we can definitely explore this.
You're in love, nerd.
I love this episode. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's these moments where like the actual original characters will kind of pop in and give their thoughts and commentary. Honestly, I didn't really care too much, but I guess it's fun to hear if you like that stuff. Alright, so let's move on to sadly the last episode of this small series. So, Xenix has his peanut butter and jelly sandwich, his man has priorities, I swear, and Aphmau is spray painting behind the bleachers. Somehow, Jean is able to put his foot down and ask Aphmau to stop, and she surprisingly does. We also get this kind of cool moment with Lawrence, where Lawrence is like, are you serious, Aph? You're gonna do this for this guy? So that could be some sort of foreshadowing, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, sadly this doesn't really stop Aphmau from spray painting. She does it all over the school, surprisingly. Jean doesn't really want Aphmau to get kicked out of school, and takes the fall with her when she finally gets caught. In detention, they actually have a very slight heart-to-heart moment, and they both kind of open up a little bit. I honestly didn't expect them to kind of open up like this, and I really do like how they're kind of coming out of their shells in their own way. Jean then proposed the question of like, why not start a club, and
I didn't realize you were a weeb.
I swear, if you ever call me that again.
Ow!
yeah, what a loser! Aphmau is surprised that Jean wants to help out and says that Garth and Lawrence would just laugh at her. That is definitely interesting. I wonder if the reason why Aphmau is even acting like this in the first place is because of them, maybe? Maybe they were the bad influence? I don't know, it's a good question though. So we get the club started and...
Zane? You're here?
Bright and early.
What the? How did you manage to recruit the most popular guy in school?
She threatened me with the potato fists.
I'll do it again.
Oh, I'm gonna love this dynamic so much. Oh yeah, Lucinda's here too. She's shy.
My name is Lucinda.
How did you manage to drag her into this?
She's cute.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna say it, So they draw their anime OCs and they're all totally original, trust me. And then Jean just draws Aphmau and they argue, and that's how the episode ends. And then that's it. That's the ending. It's gone. It's done. Never coming back. I'm very sad now. We do sort of have one more Upside Down story, but it's just one episode. I mentioned before about how I feel like this is just another episode of My Street Season 3. The reason I say this is because it's not an actual Upside Down story where things are flipped on its head. No, it's literally just another episode of Season 3 of My Street. That is technically not canon, I guess? It's basically an anime OVA, it's extra content. It's an extra episode on the side that you can watch when the series is over. The whole plot of this episode is that Zane and Aphmau switch bodies by accident. I think it was accident, I don't remember. And Aphmau sees just how hard it is to make friends as Zane. It's a fun story and I had fun watching it, but it wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't what I was expecting. Sure, it had some really cool moments like Zane hanging out with Jean and them coming to an understanding. God, Jean is so cool, honestly. I'm sure if you were really starved for more Aphmau content, then this would be a perfect episode to watch. It's almost like the season never ended. But this isn't an Upside Down story, it's just a side story. And after this, we don't see anything like this ever again. Sure, we do have a few more side stories, but those actually tie into My Street to set up Season 4. I really do wish Aphmau would continue with this whole idea, because there is so much you can do with this. Hey, this is Editing Akira. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching the entire video. I mean, I couldn't. Honestly, I woke up super early and I'm very tired. I wanted to really get this video done as soon as possible. I basically just speed editing this entire video, and I was really happy I was able to do this. It's probably like one of the fastest I've ever actually edited a video. Same thing with the whole collab video too. Like, I was really like trying to get that video out as soon as possible, and it came out really well. Same thing with this video. I'm really glad that this chill video didn't take too long to do, even though I was kind of rushing it. I promise I won't make this a habit. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. Let me know if you ever want me to talk about anything in the comments below. Like, I'm always up for suggestions, and honestly, I'm kind of running out of video ideas, so they definitely help. But yeah, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!